Thanks for staying with us. You're still on to Good Morning Nigeria on the network service of the NTA. It's now time for newspaper review.
Well, another day that Chukwudi Abuja won't be here. We just have to do this ourselves, right?
Yes, yeah, Victor.
And we'll begin with the blueprint, or you lead the way with the leadership?
No, you just do your blue. You know, we wear the blues, so we enjoy the blueprint.
All right, let's begin. And what looks like the lead story here reads, oil price shocks, pre-election spending may threaten $50.45 billion foreign reserves. That's according to the CBN, and there are two riders. Cuts interest rates to 26.5%. Apex Bank cautious. Direction now more supportive for businesses. That's according to experts. Above the nameplate, phone tapping charge. El Rufai dares DSS. Sues for 2 billion naira damages. You get details of that on page 6. Below the nameplate, no ransom paid for release of Niger school children. That's according to Information Minister Idris on page 7. In business, REA partners Lotus Bank to unlock renewable energy financing. It's on page 19. And in sports, diaspora athletes to compete at intermediate games. It's on page 32. Now let's get to the picture story, of course, which details governors, national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, APC governors, the Vice President Kashim Shettima, among others, during the Renewed Hope Ambassadors Conference at the Presidential Villa in Abuja on Tuesday. And the big one, AIG Tunji Disu steps in as IGP Egbeto quits. Ex-police boss resigned voluntarily, not sacked. That's according to presidency. Okay, and to the side piece story. U.S. House Committee's report on Nigeria catalyst for broader cooperation. That's according to the FG. For details, get to page 8. And to the final set of stories, just at the bottom of the front page of the blueprint. London property. AGF files fresh charges against Uzekome. It's on page 7. We are reconstructing Bond's MMIA Terminal 1. That's according to Keyamo, and it's on page 19. And APC leaders, governors recommit to renewed hope agenda. It's on page 15. Finally, falsified and registered batches of Dustinex in circulation, NAFDAC ones. You get details of that on page 15. Ademola.
Okay, I have the leadership newspaper with me, and just above that nameplate, we have Keyamo, Lagos Airport fire destroyed, Nimet Equipment Terminal 1 to be demolished. Then Akpata's defection, gunmen attack, Oyegun's residents, Obi others escape unhurt. That's on page 30 of the leadership newspaper. And just below the nameplate, recapitalization, 33 banks, capital hits 4.05 trillion naira, 20 beat March 31st deadline. Details of that story can be found on page 8. EFCC arraigns ex-Nigerian Railway MD for alleged 165.4 million naira, $385,000 fraud. Details on page 8. El-Rufai asked court to quash DSS charges against him. Details of that story also can be found on page 25. 6 Lautech final year nursing students, others die in crash. The details of that story, it's on page 28. Gumi knocks U.S. congressional report, insists on Sharia law in Nigeria. Details on page 4. London property, AGF files fresh charges against Ozakome. Details on page 25. And Taraba opens 52 clearing centers for Almajiri nomadic children. Details on page 22. And the major headline is the appointment of Olatunji Disu. So 8 DIGs likely to go as Tinubu appoints Disu acting IGP, while Egbetogun resign. ACF Tinubu's pattern of appointing kinsmen not surprising. CSO kicks against Disu, says 29 senior officers may leave. Well, Victor, I think what is actually making rounds now is the appointment of the acting IGP, Olatunji Disu. Yeah. And a lot of people are saying that because of the appointment, about 29 senior officers may have to leave, as a result of that appointment, which they say is not too palatable. What do you think?
Well, of course, this is something we've seen not only with the Nigerian police, but also with the military. But I think it's common practice that when you appoint a junior person, all those above that junior officer
will have to leave
because you cannot now begin to salute a junior officer, right?
Yes.
But I think the argument is, does it serve the country's best interest? That's left for the analysts to discuss whether it serves that, you have to disengage quite a number of very senior officers, considering what it must have cost the nation to get to the point that they are in.
I think some of the argument is that, the president has the prerogative to appoint the person that he feels is best, for the job, no matter the position. Absolutely. At least there is a certain position that maybe from AIG upward, you have the opportunity to become the IG. And just like you said, it also happens in other formations as well. Because I remembered it has happened in the customs.
It happens over and over.
Customs, police, and all that, military, and all that.
It's nothing new.
I think he deserves it anyway. He's been described as somebody that is highly professional. That is Olatunji Disu, highly professional and very, very industrious. So I think he will be. He'll do his best.
Indeed,
and some people have also given reasons why the former IG also resigned. But the details can be gotten in the newspaper today. Oh. So let's look at what happened yesterday at in Benin City, where we had the defection of the former Labour governorship candidate that defected to ADC, and we heard that there was kind of gunshots and attacks on the convoy and the people there, which I don't think it's a good development right now.
I think Edo State is becoming, I don't know, this won't be the first time in recent times that you have those kind of violence that are linked to politics. And I'm not sure if that's the best way. The sky is
big enough
for all birds to fly.
Yeah.
To fly. Mm-hmm. Attempting to stop, others from convening at all may even end them sympathy. That's the way I see it. They should be discouraged.
It should be discouraged.
It's happened.
Yeah.
It's not for the first time in Edo State, and they should be checked to avoid a recurrence.
Anyway, this reported fire incident yesterday at the Murtala Mohammed Terminal 1 airport yesterday, the fire outbreak. I think the minister has responded that some of the equipment that were destroyed included that of the NIMET, and even that the terminal was going to be pulled down, actually, But then, must we set fire, on it? That is just the question.
Did they set fire? Was it deliberate?
Well, we don't know whether it's deliberate or not.
This
but
fire
then,
is most likely an accident. And,
well, okay.
you have to fix.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
I guess we have to go.
we have to go now.
And hope that Chukwudi Okolie-Obaja joins us tomorrow to do what he knows to do best.
Chikudi. Okay, no problem. We'll just have the recapitalization of banks. 33 banks already hits 4.05 trillion naira. Well, this is a good thing. Well, we'll round up here, and when we return, our conversation on the MPC 304 resolution will kickstart. Stay with us.